Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Check out our large assortment of logo merch and our lifestyle collection as well. Just head over to abvnetwork.com and click on shop. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we will be talking with J. Rowe about her bourbon journey. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, along with our special guests J. Rowe, Tim Swaya, and Evan Van Scoik.
Hey gang, what's up?
Guys.
Good day,
hey guys.
Hey. The return of J. Rowe. She's been ignoring us for like a year. So yeah, how about that? Here she is. She's back. So that's good.
Been booked, Steve. I've been booked.
Yeah. She's been very busy, full podcast schedule. So yeah, it's good. She remembers where she came from now, so she's back. So it's going to be fun. We're talking about her bourbon journey today. So we'll find out about how you got into bourbon, all that kind of stuff. But we'll get to that after the break. For right now, Tim said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Tim?
I am curious, with all the social media attention that's out there, who do you stalk most often on social media in your spare time?
Social media stalk.
Got one.
You got one? Okay. Yeah. What do you got?
The trashy girls I went to high school with, because I just stay following them for the absolute shit show drama. Because I like to read all the comments back and forth about whoever they're fighting with this week. It's just free entertainment. And I don't interact with these people. I don't speak to these people, but I just follow for the bullshit. It's great.
Okay. Well, that's good, I think.
I got one.
Yeah, all right.
I think I follow Travis.
Lenny
Courtney
Kravitz?
and Travis.
Oh.
No.
Oh, yeah. They're fun to
Courtney
follow,
and Travis. Yeah. So Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian, uber mad in love. PDA. Yeah, it's sick. It's so gross. But it's like watching a great train wreck. I love it. And it's like the more PDA, the grosser, the better.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's fun to watch
Probably the only one I like.
She wasn't really a fun person. She's fun with Travis. I like it.
Me too. And she's got a juicy booty. So he's always like grabbing it. It's good. So.
There was an ad for the new Kardashian show coming up, like the hottest show waiting. Everybody can't wait to see it. I'm like, no, your rebrand and reboot does nothing for me anyways.
Right.
Keep it to social media. I don't need a half-hour show. Whatever.
Yeah.
I guess we all like watching train wrecks is what it is.
Yeah. Evan, do you got somebody that you stalk on social media?
I mean, besides Steve Akeley for all of the
Thank
events
you.
and
all the
bourbon
content.
news.
Yes.
All of the best content if you want to know things about like a bottle shop.
Yes. Yeah,
that's the
big
guy.
news.
That's the guy. But I would probably say you didn't specify, so I'm going to go on Twitter, like Jeremy Rutherford for Blues. He's a reporter for The Athletic, covers St. Louis Blues. So he's probably who I track the most for updates. He'll do like in-game updates and everything like that. I don't like stalk anybody too much, but I will stalk some sports news.
Okay, fair enough.
There you go.
It turns into confessional time. I don't really actually I was never a social media guy till I had a company where I had to get information out there. Then I started social media accounts. So I didn't start. And that started when I was writing before I got started this stuff. So in 2013, I began opening social media accounts for the first time. Started writing right after my father's passing in December of 2012. So, but I've never actually learned how to use most of these. Like Instagram. you can see the people. I do look at that stuff. I can see that. I don't even know how people find out anything on Facebook. I have no idea. I post stuff, and the only place that I go is I look at my notifications. So if they've done something that interacts with me, I see that. And then I look in our group, our private Facebook group. I read that stuff. But anything else, I mean, I don't know how you see what's going on in McNew's life or anything like that. I mean, unless I would, I don't know what the feed is. I don't even know where that's at.
The home page.
It's not even on my. I don't have that. I don't think. I think they left that off on me. I seriously, I post things because I have
you
to
put it out on the line.
I put it out there and then I read what's going on in the group. I figure if there's something so big on Facebook, and they'll put it in the group. So I don't really, I'm not that good at social media. I'm just on it. That's
Steve, I feel like this is brewing again a webinar.
Yes, I really need a lot of training. Yeah.
Evan, we got to get Steve hooked up on Exchangeagram to get it all on the line. Is what we got to do.
Tell you what, you could instantaneously put photos out there, and your friends don't even have to say shit. Just like it. That's it. It's Exchangeagram. It's the next big thing.
Exchangeagram. Okay. That's a social media platform, Exchangeagram?
It's a movie reference. Our folks will get it. Yes.
Okay. I never heard of that movie, whatever it is. All right, Tim, you asked the question. What's the answer here?
Yes. I don't know how with all these algorithms, I got caught in the doom scrolling. All of a sudden you wake up 2 hours later and it's 2 a.m. You're like, what the hell did I just watch? And everything. But there are a few. I try to limit it only to, I don't do Twitter anymore. I limit to just Instagram and then follows through Facebook. Outside of the ABV network and all of the waiting for McNew to break the internet again with her
4th of July is coming.
Yes.
You guys are putting so much pressure on me. Like, I think of ideas this year, and it's 3 months away.
What I do season. Like, yeah. So of all the bourbon content that's out there, I do like some of the other whiskey content. There's one that I've been following a lot is the Duchess of Islay. She's got a pretty good Instagram feed where she went through about 3 different episodes of pronouncing all the different Scotch brands appropriately, everything like that. She's got a lot of good content. So I've been following her a lot. Every time she comes up, she's always got something fun to say about that. And I actually challenged her a little bit on one of her posts today. She said that with bourbon or American whiskey, if it doesn't say straight on the label, then they can add caramel coloring to the whiskey.
No.
And I said,
nope.
I'm not going to challenge you on that one, Duchess. And we had a nice little conversation back and forth. It was very nice. So if there's anything, it's the whiskey content I'm stalking. And that one I thought was pretty unique.
So when you did that, does she then take that post down? Does she say, I was wrong and clarify, or does she just leave it as is?
So what I got was a like from her on the post, and I'm waiting to see what happens next because, she's in Scotland and we're over here, so time zone change. We'll see what happens. But I thought that was a real interesting part because everybody's like, oh, straight whiskey. I didn't know that about bourbon. They could add caramel coloring. I'm like, hold on. American whiskey, different story, but bourbon, not so much.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I just sent you, Tim, via text a video. We will, during the break, I don't want to say who it is because it's embarrassing for the distillery that put that out there, but we'll have you watch that with our group here. And maybe, you know how to show things. Maybe you could show the movie on here and we'll talk about what's wrong with it. And we'll do that on the break though. So, but for right now, before we get to break, we are going to drink. What is everyone drinking tonight? It's J-Ro's show. Let's start with J-Ro. J-Ro, what are you drinking there?
I'm just going to have a little Yellowstone.
Okay. Good idea. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Not much. Quiet and squeaky, but that's our lead. It was audible. So, that could win if Mike Muffle gets involved, even though Evan says he has the cure for Mike Muffle.
Cheating.
He got a shot and he's all better now. So we go here's Mike Muffle. All right. We're going to have Evan go last because he claims he's got the cure for Mike Muffle. So we'll see. All right. McNew, you're next.
This has been my work week bourbon, and I'm just probably going to kill it. There's not a lot left in there.
That one's solid though. When you get that 100 proof one, they have it in Illinois. I can't find it in Missouri, but they have it in Illinois, and I buy one every time.
Stores have it, and I buy like 3 every time.
It's like $12 or something. It's cheap. Yeah. It's good stuff. All right, Tim, what do you got, man?
I'm going to tidy this whole session here. I've got a brand new bottle of Maker's Mark Cask Strength coming in at 108.8.
Nothing. literally nothing. I can't even say Mike Muffle. I think you were on mute. That was
is unbelievable. My eardrums are popping here right now, and it still doesn't come through.
Let's go for analysis. Evan, what do you think happened there?
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's so loud that Zoom's auto functions are actually muting it. It thinks it's background noise and doesn't want it to come through the mic.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So right now, we talked about this. J-Ro has the lead right now because McNew had screw top. Tim was not even audible. So got the lead. I've got Widow Jane here. This is the Vaults. This is their 15-year-old one. This is the special one. So let's see what we got here. Not much. Enough to take the lead, though. Enough to take the lead. So I'm in first place now. But we have Mr. Evan to go with the pure sound. He's got the filter that puts the sound through.
Yep.
It doesn't
filter is off.
Okay.
Here we go. I got a bottle of Weller Foolproof. It's a total wine selection.
Oh, nice. Okay. That was good. I don't know. I'm going to throw it to McNew. McNew, who wins that one?
So it wasn't muffled. It just wasn't a great.
Right. It wasn't a great cork pop. Yeah.
So I think Steve's was louder. I'm going to give it to Steve.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But I didn't want to just throw Evan under the bus because that's what I felt. But yeah. So, but again, his was very clear. So I do think there's a difference there. Again, he's got a used bottle there that.
Yeah, those Weller corks aren't really
halfway
great
gone. Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. So I think Evan's on to something there. He's going to have to show us how to use that. So cheers, gang.
Okay. Come on.
Cheers.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, during which time we're going to watch a video. When we come back, we're going to talk about it without sharing who put that video out there. We'll do that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley of the ABV Network. Let's talk about the people who make this show happen. First up is Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. Company founder Andy Lang started distilling as a hobby while serving his country as an elite Green Beret. Andy distilled all over the world during his time in the military and brought this passion back to him in the U.S. when he returned home. A visit to Leatherwood combines Andy Lang's unique distilled spirits and a museum of artifacts from his time serving the U.S. Share a drink with a fallen soldier at their bar where you can grab an acrylic bio off the wall that celebrates the individuals who gave the ultimate sacrifice to protect his or her country. They will also ship their distilled spirits directly to you, so check them out at leatherwooddistillery.com. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent visits to Kentucky. Today, he's leading the way for young distillers making their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery combines family history, a look at what makes their products unique, and of course a tasting through their whiskeys, moonshines, and creams. Check them out at neelyfamilydistillery.com and visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
My name is Heidi Topol Eller-Fosnot, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we have J-Ro's Bourbon Journey.
Yes, we are. So during the break, though, as promised, I had sent that video to Tim, and he shared it with the group. And was that not wild?
Yeah.
Gotta be careful with what you're putting on video and out to the interwebs.
Yes. Yeah, we saw a video that a distillery put out there. We're not going to say where they are, who they are, or anything like that, but they're breaking the rules of whiskey making, and that would get them in trouble. And they're putting it out there. I assume that they don't know what they're doing. I don't know what to think of it other than that.
It's not a good look for sure.
My best advice is to have legal run everything, and to have some, not necessarily a lawyer, but have a legal team or someone before you're running content to verify that it's legit.
Yeah.
It's just your best.
But there's multiple offenders here. Because the social media person clearly messed up here, putting that out there. But the distillery's doing it too. I mean, the distillery clearly doesn't know. I mean, there's staff shown in that video.
Someone told that person that.
Right.
That person didn't do that. Someone told that person that.
If they're like writing that in a video, like as they're making the video, like what the hell are they telling people on tours? Like, it seems like they're, not getting their shit right.
So I was at another distillery, and we were there for a large event for a family member, and they were making rye whiskey at that time. They're still running, and we're watching the still, and I'm like, are you guys taking that? This is your heart cut, right? They're like, yeah. I'm like, it's at 162 proof. You're pulling it off the still at that 162 now. He's like, yeah, we let it go up there a little bit every now and then, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. And I'm like, shoot.
These are just basic rules. They're
I'm like, okay.
Do you think they were showing off for you guys, or thought that they were showing off, or they really just didn't know?
The reason why I asked the question, because the tote that they were emptying the whiskey into, the new make into, said rye whiskey, straight rye whiskey on it. And that was written on the tote, so that they were using it to collect and then pump into the barrel. They're like, oh no, yeah, we let it go above 160. We're about 162, 162 and a half. And these are the heart cuts that we're going to use. I'm like, are you sure? I understand if you're trying to get something a little higher and then use it for other materials outside of drinking whiskey, but I'm like,
yeah, amazing.
The tails.
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah. So the show isn't about that, of course. So it is about J-Ro and her bourbon journey. So J-Ro, when did you first remember tasting bourbon and liking it? Do you know?
Probably from the boob. No, I'm kidding.
Well said.
My dad is a Tennessee Squire. My family, my entire family, are Jack Daniels just uber fans. If I could take you and open the collection, it's a collection that it's pretty impressive. I've contributed a lot to that, but it's always actually been a part of my life. I didn't know when I was younger how big a part of my life it would become. But I'm thankful for, for being around it, for just knowing what things were. And then guess what? At the end of the day, it's actually my entire life. So
Right. And you're really good at what you do, but everyone's going to get a chance to that. We do this round robin style, so everybody asking questions. But does your dad ever go online and check Jack Daniels job openings and then send those to you?
No.
He's so into it. That's his brand.
That might be like the wettest dream ever. But
right.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. No, that's
for
really
you saying that about your dad. Yes.
No, but I think he's just proud.
What would your dad say if you
proud of my knowledge?
If you called your dad and said, "Hey, pops, I'm changing jobs.
Hold on.
I'm now going to be the senior brand ambassador for Jack Daniels."
You want to ask him?
Sure.
Let's ask him. Dad.
Let's bring him in here. Dad's home.
Dad.
J-Ro happens to be at her parents' house, so
get him on the celebrity guest line right now.
Yeah.
Dad,
we may change her whole career trajectory.
Pick up the pace.
When we see how excited he is for her to potentially get that job.
Not you, not the dog. They have a question for you. I'm gonna have to disconnect from my Bluetooth.
I have a question for the
dog.
dog.
Let's just put it.
Oh, it just
we lost J-Ro.
I think she said she was switching audio so they could both hear.
Okay. Yes.
This is a exclusive.
This show's going well. Yes. Yeah, breaking news.
This is the first one of the night. Usually this is by show 5.
Wait till you hear this, how I play it.
Hey, did we lose you? We're still not. We need a webinar here. Clearly,
we need a webinar. Yeah.
Hey, Dad, they want to ask. Can you hear him?
I can do it.
Okay, they want get in here. Get in the.
Please step up towards the camera there.
There you go. This is
So-
my dad.
This is your dad. All right. Jennifer, or J-Ro, as we call her on the show here. I am connected in the whiskey industry, and there is a position, a senior brand ambassador for Jack Daniels. So she'd be involved in all the new products. She would have access to all the limited stuff. She'd be doing appearances. She, of course, would get the bottles and all that, special bottles and things like that. She says she's really happy with her job. Do you think she should apply for the Jack Daniels job or just stay where she's at?
I'd kind of like to apply for the Jack Daniels.
Exactly.
There you go. I get you're proud of your daughter, you love her, but my gosh, use these skills to get the JD job, for gosh sakes.
No, he cut me out. He said he'll take it.
She's making a living.
Oh, he wants it for himself. He's not going to send her.
He's just going to take the job. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. We were curious because Jen was saying she really likes what she's doing and all that, but we're like, there could be a better way here. So, yeah. Yeah. It's Jack Daniels.
Not a bad brand. Told you. So grew up with it's about where it all started.
There you go. JD guy. Very cool. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to try
you,
not to hang up on you. Just take that one out, Dad, and I won't put it back in. Okay.
All
Can you
right.
guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Gotcha.
Webinar. Yeah.
Okay. Webinar's coming on how to use Zoom. All right. That was my questions for J-Ro. Evan, what do you got? What do you want to know about J-Ro and her bourbon journey?
All right. So you've probably had a couple of bourbons in your life. I'm gonna challenge you with a classic game of Marry, Fuck, Kill, but it's drinking bourbon. So choose your 3 bottles that you would marry. So you're gonna be with that bottle the rest of your life. All right.
Bullet bourbon.
All right.
Done.
The one night stand with a bourbon.
Oh, jeez, Louise. Oh, that makes me really steamy. God, what can I have? I don't know. It might be that Dickel, the new Dickel, the Leopold one, like
Collaboration
the
one?
Nicole Austin. Yeah.
Oh, the twosome. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go with a threesome there, basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got different Leopold brothers in yourself, so I get it. Yeah.
I'm a style.
Getting spicy.
There you go.
And then you can kill any bourbon out there. Go on.
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam.
Just single, just regular white label.
Wow.
White.
Wow.
That's
White
fire.
label.
Just
Okay.
white label. Oh.
J-Ro, I have another question. Do you have
I
one of
need to
these?
point that out because I like the single, I like a lot, but just the regular white label.
J-Ro, do you have one of these?
Fuck you, Steve.
Her company sent me one of these.
Sorry, are we recording? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
we're recording. Her
Fuck you,
company
Steve.
sent me one of these with samples in it, and J-Ro went ballistic. She's like, I don't have one of those. Why would they send it to you and not to me?
You just wait because you just count the time before it's coming.
It's
Coming.
time is coming. Okay.
No,
All right. All right.
Steve, you know what? You're my number one friend.
All right, Tim, what do you want to
Studio
know?
audience, for the
Yes.
studio audience, I believe she used the wrong finger to show number 1 back
Yes.
to Mr. Akeley. So there,
Yes.
it's not video. So.
No, this one actually I cut off with a hedge trimmer, so there's no filling. This is the only one I can fill. You.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
You just have to read between the lines.
Yeah. Oh, Yes.
So J-Ro, are there any bourbons or whiskeys that you've had that were old favorites that you'd love to meet in a bar again sometime that have just fallen away by the wayside? And it's like, you know what, if I ran across them again, boy, it'd be some good memories.
Oh, geez, Louise. Yeah. I drink a lot, just so you know.
It's the problem with all the whiskey right now. There's so many choices, and we
Yeah,
forget about
there's
some
too
of
many
our old favorites.
You know, honestly, this is going to be just super cliche sounding and just kind of plain, but I like to just order a Jack and Coke every now and then because I don't drink it. It's not what I drink. I have a bottle if my parents are coming to my house. Other than that, I do not carry that on hand. It's just not my cup of tea per se, but I do love to run into an old Jack and Coke every now and
Yeah, McNew does that at concerts. She gets drunk on Jack and Coke for some reason.
Those are my concert drinks because nobody can mess them up. Like it's gonna be good no matter who makes them.
True that. Nobody can mess it up, and especially if someone else is paying. I'm getting a double.
It's the way to go.
McNew, what about you? What do you want to know?
Yeah, so you're like an extroverted person, but do you prefer drinking at home with friends or by yourself, or actually going out to bars?
I prefer to drink at home by myself. I don't mind going out. I really don't. I'm not hearing as well as I used to. Maybe it's selective.
Not hearing as well.
I enjoy going out. I think it's selective. But I just like the way I make my drinks. I want to drink what I want to drink, and I enjoy the alone time. I clearly deal with customers, and I have that kid, and then that baby daddy, and then people, and then but when everybody I really just enjoy drinking at home. 3 turn into 4, turn into 5, and I like
it's nice. It's nice. You probably have a big collection.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so do I.
I have an awesome deck. I have a pearl. I have a whole situation out back. I really enjoy. That's my zen space.
Yeah,
it is always nice to enjoy a good deck.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, I have a sign that says, "Please enjoy my big deck." So,
that sums it up right there.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah. Any other questions for J-Ro? Anything you want to know?
What was your fondest memory involving bourbon?
It's got to be coming on the Bourbon Daily, I guess.
This is so great,
so.
And it's so condescending. Not really, but busted drinking Jim Beam and Cola in 1996. Okay, that's probably by my parents. Found them. I thought I hid it in the back of their fridge in their house, and I wasn't. Yeah.
Wait, Jim Beam and Coke?
Right. No, Jim Beam and Cola, like in the can before the relaunch.
How disappointing is that for your father? A Jack Daniels tried and true Tennessee Squire.
Pissed.
Right.
And then kind of pissed.
He's pissed at the underage drinking, but even more is he's disappointed in your selection.
The underage drinking
shitty
makes better choices.
Right.
But I didn't like vodka drinks, and I clearly only had a palate for whiskey, and that was kind of like which we can bring up at some point in time, that where the categories that are ready to serve. But that was before the category existed. And it was the OG, like Jim Beam and Cola. And I got busted. I was mortified.
You're grounded for a week for underage drinking. You're grounded for 4 weeks for
selecting. And fine with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're exactly right for shitty selection.
It's like, we raised you better. What are you doing?
Yeah, fair enough. Well, there you go. J-Ro's love for bourbon and all whiskey products ends up getting her to where she's at today, a brand rep here in the St. Louis area, doing some great things. And she hasn't quite achieved the level I have because I've got that box of goodies. But she's doing pretty good for herself. Not bad.
I'll get there one day, Steve. I'll get there.
There you go. Keep trying. All right. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Evan, we're starting with you. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Evan Van Scoik, or on Instagram, Wit Wisdom Whiskey.
All right, Tim.
You can find me at the Tasting Events page on abvnetwork.com or on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right, J-Ro.
You can find me on the gram at jro.bourbon.pro.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right. Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See you,
Bye.
folks.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.